Earth, the only celestial object known to sustain all life forms. With 71% of the Earth's surface covered with water and the remaining 29% being land, there exist within many lakes and rivers which make up 2.7% of available fresh water. But with most fresh water being locked in ice caps and glaciers, it means that only less than 0.7% is available for human use. And this consumption is rapidly rising as Earth's population is growing exponentially. This puts the livelihoods of millions at risk and threatens our basic right to drinking water. India is, at present, in a high-risk condition.
आमच्या ह्या भागात डोंगर असल्यामुळे पाऊस भरपूर पडायचा, परंतु पाणी इथं कुठं आडवाय किंवा जिरवायचा चान्सच नव्हता. त्याच्यामुळं हे पडणाऱ्या पावसाचं पाणी सगळं खाली वाहून जायचं. त्यामुळं आम्हाला पिण्याच्या पाण्याचा प्रश्न उद्भवायचा, शेतीच्या पाण्याचा प्रश्न उद्भवायचा. अशा अनेक समस्या उद्भवत गेल्या आणि त्याच्यातनी पिकं कमी निघायला लागली. भात शेतीचे वरून पाऊस पडला तरच भात शेती पिकत होती, तर भात शेती पाऊस कमी पडला तर भात शेती पिकत नव्हती.
As the Indian economy is largely agrarian, it relies on abundant water availability. But as canal and groundwater levels are plummeting, this scarcity of water will soon lead to serious socio-economic implications. If one were to study numerous villages across India, an understanding of the people's struggles becomes clear.
Our original aim was to address the challenges faced by the farmers in terms of farming, agriculture productivity improvement and related issues. But when we came and interacted with the farmers, analyzed, did the reconnaissance, then we found that water was the major problem without which they are not able to complete their crop cycle. So that is what actually made us to really target on water based issues and water followed by agriculture.
The major obstacles faced by people have been soil degradation, cultivable wasteland, deforestation, overgrazing, poor maintenance of drainage lines, and the siltation of many major water bodies.
So when we began our journey, we have explored the possibilities of carrying out the watershed and natural resource management program. We have been given to understand the areas which is receiving very high rainfall is also being facing crisis in terms of drinking water in the summer months. When we did the baseline study, the community has cooperated in terms of telling us the native wisdom of the community, how they conserved in the past, and their local knowledge, which has really helped us in terms of identifying the natural resource management components which we are supposed to intervene here.
Taking cognizance of the people's woes, L&T Technology Services decided to take up the initiative and step in with a holistic, integrated village development plan. The main focus of this plan was to be on water conservation. In addition, improving people's livelihoods and sustaining of the ecosystem were also prime focus areas. The solution envisioned was a simple one: catch the water where it falls, make the running water walk, the walking water to stand, and standing water to stay.
People are really open to their suggestions because we already started interacting, and LTTS team also visited this place quite often. And then when they came out with some new ideas in terms of designs, in terms of some interventions and all, people actually wholeheartedly welcomed that because they were quite aware of their problems, and then they are open to the ideas of LTTS.
As people across most villages followed traditional farming methods, it was difficult initially for them to comprehend the benefits and see the difference it could make to their livelihoods. But after numerous interactions the team had with the community, their comprehension and confidence grew. They decided to divide the land into two sections. This way, they could carry on traditional farming on one side, while on the other, they could apply the new farming methods and analyze the difference for themselves. In some locations, various in situ conservation measures were chalked out. Some of these included chisel, disc, and summer ploughing of fields, besides levelling of the land. Also, the awareness of water conservation through the creation of bunds, pipe outlets, and trenches was explained to the villagers, in addition to the importance of utilizing ponds, well-recharged pits, and channel rejuvenation. Apart from these, the team also planned some engineering measures, some of which included soil testing and water trenches. Another suggestion the team put forward in order to sustain the ecosystem was an afforestation program, which would help increase the green cover manifold. Taking the example of Katawadi village, located in Vele Taluka of Pune district, Maharashtra, approximately 35,000 liters of water were required per day. In average, around 235 liters per household. The village had been witnessing seasonal shortages of drinking water, and the sole hand pump in the village often failed to yield any water sufficient enough to meet the demands of the population of the village during the period of January to May. This resulted in a perpetual scarcity of water, especially during this period. In addition, health impacts like dysentery, fever, vomiting, typhoid, and cholera were evident during the monsoons due to the consumption of untreated water. So, taking the onus upon themselves, L&T Technology Services teamed with the National Agro Foundation, Chennai, for integrated watershed development initiatives. And thanks to this project, the conservation of water became a reality through the construction of one new well with a holding capacity of 4,04,250 liters and a water filter system installed to cater to the drinking water demand of the village. The setting up of these integrated village development programs has, without a doubt, brought about immense positive changes to the lives and livelihoods of these people.
When we started, there was a huge requirement for conservation in terms of natural resource management. We have built almost 13 check dams and 65 farm ponds and 2 percolation tanks, especially to conserve the soil and water across these 1,500 hectares, which has really helped us in terms of improving the water table in the summer months. Almost 10 feet increase over a period of 3 years. So that is the impact it has been created within the 3 years timeline.
Another affliction faced by the Katawadi villagers was the frequent electricity breakdowns during both the summer as well as the monsoon period. So, in order to achieve an uninterrupted flow, LTTS installed a 7.5 HP solar operated submersible pump to supply water from the well to a common water storage tank via a 2,300-foot pipeline. In addition, a novel water ATM was designed and installed in the village. This ATM, a first of its kind, provides the residents with safe drinking water with the swipe of a card. Every 20 liters costs just ₹5, and with each family having one, this innovation turned out to be an immense benefit as it gave the people a sense of self-sustainability and security. What was also observed was that villagers had to travel long distances to convert paddy to rice for their own consumption. as milling the paddy would take almost an entire day to address this issue, LTTS installed a mini rice mill with a capacity of 260 kilograms per hour. This drastically reduced the transportation costs and saved the villagers a large amount of time while also adding to their income. Besides this, numerous other initiatives were undertaken by L&T Technology Services in the surrounding villages. A new toilet was constructed for the girls in a nearby school. This instilled confidence for many and led to an increase in the number of girl children attending this school. A soft loan for income-generating activities of up to Rs 20,000 was introduced. This was to be awarded to 5 selected community members who wished to start a business of their own. The first loan was disbursed to a woman who started a shop. This helped her to not just attain financial stability, but also set an example for other women of the village. Another idea which saw fruition was a village gaining internet access. This helped the student and community members.
L&T Tech Services, I would like to mention here, they also provided valuable suggestions, whether it is a technical design or implementation, and the kind of a monitoring and evaluation frequently. And it has also given the dimension of doing things with the professional approach from the corporate side, and we joining as an NGO partner. So we were able to understand the requirement, able to do it on time, to see that at the end of the day the villagers are happy and the impacts being created on the ground to be sustained over a period of time by them.
Traversing across borders to other states, similar village integrated development programs were initiated by the L&T Technology Services and National Agro Foundation team, such as the creation of bunds, farm ponds, trenches, along with the rejuvenation of existing check dam. These eco-sustaining steps would translate to an increase in the green cover while reducing dependency on chemical pesticides and artificial fertilizers. The next step, which was most crucial, was to engage with the watershed committee members and self-help groups and have them not just understand but believe in these steps and measures so that a long-term sustainability of the program could be upheld. Subsequently, a Mahila Pani Samiti was constituted. This committee, consisting of women, was provided with training and an understanding of how the machines and systems work, empowering them with not just work opportunities but financial independence as well.
ज्या मागील 3-3.5 वर्षात जी कामे करण्यात आली, शेत तलाव बंधारे समतलचर अशा प्रकारची जे कामे करण्यात आली, कालांतराने या कामांमध्ये गाळ साचून किंवा पाण्याच्या जास्त प्रवाहामुळे फुटातूट होऊ शकते. ती फुटातूट ची दुरुस्ती करण्यासाठी आणि त्या कामांच्या देखरेखीसाठी महिला पाणी समितीची स्थापना करण्यात आली.
Today, village watershed committees, Mahila Pani Samitis and self-help groups are functioning efficiently and smoothly, providing abundant benefits to the people. Sustainable living is on the rise, as is financial independence, coupled with the living standards of most people seeing a huge transformation.
आमच्या गावात पाणलोटाचे भरपूर कामं झालेले आहेत. ते L&T टेक्नॉलॉजी सर्व्हिसेस आणि नॅशनल ॲग्रो फाउंडेशनचे खूप खूप आभारी आहे. त्याच्यानंतर अजून पुढे कामं करावी अशी आमची इच्छा आहे.
தேசிய வேளாண் நிறுவனமும் L&T நிறுவனமும் சேர்ந்து செஞ்சிருக்கிற நல்ல திட்டங்களால் எங்கள் கிராமத்துங்களில் நீர்வடி பகுதியெல்லாம் செஞ்சு கொடுத்ததுனால கிணத்துலலாம் நீர் ஊறி விவசாயங்கள் நல்லா மேம்பாடாக செய்யறதுக்கு உண்டான வாய்ப்பு ஏற்படுத்தி கொடுத்துருக்குறாங்க. அந்த 2 நிறுவனத்துக்கும் எங்களுடைய கிராமத்தின் சார்பாகவும் கிராம பொதுமக்கள் சார்பாகவும் மனமார்ந்த நன்றி தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறேன்.
And by adding smiles across villages, It's no wonder L&T Technology Services integrated village development programs have people poised for better days.